Aloha Sagittarius, and welcome to White Shadow Spiritual Advising. My name is BriaBogatin, and today we'll be doing your monthly August tarot forecast. So you can check out your sun, moon, rising sign, or really any placement within your birth chart in regards to these videos. Down below, you can find the information to my Instagram and email. My Instagram, I post daily tarot and oracles. All of the information for my business is on there as well. If you have any questions, message me through my email or my Instagram. Also down below, you can send me a tip or a donation if you enjoy this reading and would like to support my work. So those links are down below, my Venmo, CASHAPP, PayPal, etc. Okay, so Sagittarius. Okay, I'm going to say this month, so you're going to have I'm sorry, I'm like just trying to figure out how to word this properly. Okay, let's start with this. So the second card you're receiving, Sagittarius, is the King of Swords. So this is either saying you could be dealing with an air sign, or the characteristics of a King of Swords is someone you're dealing with, or, you know, you might also need to adapt to or take on some of the characteristics of the King of Swords. So the Suit of Swords represents the element of air, therefore the air signs. So the King of Swords is someone that is usually emotionally detached, emotionally unavailable. This is someone that is great with communication, but they might not know how to communicate their emotions effectively because they're detached from them. Think of like an Aquarius. Aquarius is known to be very detached emotionally, right? At least that's what they say. So anyways, the King of Swords can also be a little bit of I like to say a verbal terrorist. Someone that speaks overly bluntly. This might be someone that, you know, when they have something to say, everyone just kind of shuts up because they're like, oh, like that person really just said that. This is someone that might have a little bit of like a militant kind of way of doing things, a little bit controlling, but still they're free people. They do whatever the fuck they want, but it's like when it comes to the people around them, they might be a little bit possessive or controlling. This is someone that is a leader, someone great in business. Okay, this can be a masculine or feminine figure. If it's, you know, it could be a male figure for a lot of you, or a female that presents themselves very masculine in regards to the characteristics that I was stating. So like when they speak, they're very powerful, they're very heard, they're, you know, might have like a I don't give a fuck kind of attitude. Think of like Tupac, people like that. Okay, so this characteristic is playing a part in your life in August. It could be, very well could be both. You need to detach emotionally in some sort of way, but you're also dealing with someone who is not emotionally available, if that makes sense. So the first card you are receiving, Sagittarius, is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess lets us know that there is hidden information, that we do not know everything just yet, that there are things coming to the surface that will expose something. So something in regards to this King of Swords character is being exposed during this time, Sagittarius, and the High Priestess is letting you know that you need to trust your intuition. You need to listen to the signs, signals, even red flags that you're receiving in an intuitive psychic sense. Okay, the High Priestess is telling you that this information may be a little bit difficult to take on, but it will bring forth great healing. And then after the King of Swords, your third card is the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever you're about to discover, whatever is going on with whoever you're relating this King of Swords character to, whatever you find out about them, whatever you discover, is going to provide a major shift in your life, and the winds of change will begin to blow, and it will be a favorable wind. So if you feel that because of an old connection, maybe you just recently broke up with someone, or maybe you have recently just left a job where you kind of had this character as your boss, you know, as you're moving away from it, as you are finding the healing information that you need in order to really move on. Things are going to shift in really great ways for you. The Wheel of Fortune is a karmic energy, so a karmic shift. This is like a twist of fate, a miracle, destiny, like slapping you in the face. This is like, I'm making moves right now. This is the number 10. The number 10 is a number of completions, a move to the next level. In numerology, the number 10 would equal the number 1. So beginnings, there's something opening up for you, and it is opening up because you're about to leave this energy behind. And in order to leave it behind, you have to listen. You have to listen to what you're sensing. You are probably already, again, receiving the signs, the omens, the whatever about what you need to do in regards to this person. But you will find in the month of August that what you've been sensing is going to appear in physical form. So then you are receiving the 8 of Rods, okay? So this is a card of quickness. Actually, I always use the energy of Sagittarius to kind of describe this card because this is a card of obstacles being lifted and being catapulted in a completely different energy. So these two cards are bringing up a similar message, but the 8 of Rods is, I like to use, again, the energy of Sagittarius and the analogy of the bow and arrow to describe this card. Because when you shoot a bow and arrow, you have to pull it back in order for it to shoot forward, right? So when we feel we are being pulled back, put on pause, keep hitting obstacles, things keep getting delayed, it is because you're being pulled back in order to shoot forward into completely different circumstances, a new way of experiencing life, a whole new energy. So as you can see with these cards, again, great information coming out in regards to a specific person that is going to pretty much set you free. The Wheel of Fortune is saying that this is very karmic. Actually, a little ding that I just got psychically for you guys. This is actually helping you to close out a chapter that you were not able to fully close out maybe 5-6 years ago. I'm picking that up very strongly for Sagittarius. So I encourage you guys to think back to what happened 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago, what was going on, and understand that this situation here is actually helping you to be able to close that old chapter out because you were never able to fully close it out before. There was, in some way, there was no closure. There was no finalization, at least on your part. And it's interesting I'm picking that up because, you know, there's a lot of beliefs that every 5 or 7 years, a major change happens within our lives. The number 5 being a number of transitions as well. So that's interesting. I encourage you guys, again, to think on that because this is being repeated, but through different circumstances, this is a karmic lesson and you're about to close it out. At least close it out in a big enough way to where when this lesson does come back around again, or whatever, it will be in easier circumstances. It'll be better, more easier to take on, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so Sagittarius, whole new energy. Be open to this information that's coming out about this King of Swords character. You at the same time emotionally detached, but really listen to your intuition, your psychic senses, and understand that whatever comes out for you, you're being put into a different place. That could mean physically as well. You might be moving, you know, you might decide you want to move after you find this out as well. Because there's a lot of movement here. Things are shifting, they're changing. Okay, so I'm going to leave that at that for you, Sagittarius. Good luck to you all this month.